Welcome to Big Z's Tank Chronicles number 4. We are in Abbey for another open league fight. We start out with our more traditional approach, our 5100s along the top to watch for anybody trying to rush, while our heavier tanks go down along line 1 until we can find where the enemy's at. Hattendorf pretty much immediately spots their 1390 up in the Abbey and is trying to kind of flush him out and keep him spotted for a while, so that kind of negates both the scouts for the moment. Our Cunninghams also come across their T1s. Don't want to ever underestimate the power of the little T1s. We can win a game with those guys, and we can determine where the enemy's at with those. And we discover the other little Cunningham on the 1-2 line and need to get rid of him. And this is about the time we discover their main push. Our two heavies are kind of out in the open. Bad place for them. They're holding off okay, but it's 3 versus 2, which is not good. You can also see the 5100s. I'm having a little trouble getting arranged properly. Wang Tang's down lower, which is good. I can't get the shots because the second I get around that corner, that hill there prevents me from shooting down. We're already down 1 tank. They still have 3 tanks, and things aren't looking too good. In general, we just got poor position here. They've got the upper hand. They've got us down a tank, and it's going to be really, really hard to recoup from this. What I'm about to do is what we should have done to begin with. It's too late, but get across those guys to get around behind them while the 2 heavies were still alive. That would have been awesome, but we did not do that soon enough. Oftentimes, the open league fights just rely on quick decisions and the right decisions to make the win. I do wreck this IS-3, but at that point I am almost out of rounds and badly hurt, and the rest of the team is dead. And for round 2, we try something completely different. We've got 2 IS-3s and 3 69s. Our previous attempts had been unfruitful at the standard fights, And Shock suggested, hey, why don't we try something, at least we'll have some fun with it. And so we are going right down the Abbey, going straight to the other base, and holding them off as best we can, if at all possible. At this point, the IS-3s have already crossed into the other person's courtyard area. The T-69s are taking up defensive positions mostly, and the enemy have no idea what to do. The other team has come back to try to pick us off as we get up there on the base, but it's not working real well, and as you can see, I am just unloading multiple drums into these tanks on the hill. The other team is still stuck on the hill, unsure of what to do exactly. While I stop to reload, the enemy team is finally beginning to realize that I gotta get something down there to dislodge our IS-3s. I am still unloading into all the tanks that are shooting at our IS-3s, so they send their scouts down. The enemy team is really stuck between a rock and a hard place. They absolutely have to focus on the heavy tanks that are on the cap and try to stop the cap, while I am just unloading, like I said, clip after clip into these guys. So they can't really focus on me, because if they do for even just a little bit, they're going to lose the game. Tanks on the hill are down. We've got a couple of 1390s trying to hold on as best they can and destroy the ones on cap. They're having a hard time. I got a shot there, really didn't hit anything. I realize I need to get down there now, because if we can get around those 1390s, we'd be better off. So I tried to head down and get behind them. While I'm getting down there, one of their 1390s kind of make a strafing run, which is easy for a fast tank to do. You can get by there, and he pays for that. And that is almost it. All they got left now is that little T1 that's trying to hold on. And that round was a very nice win for us. For round 3, we change it up again. We stick with 2 of the T-69s, but I bring in my 110 to go along with the 2 IS-3s, and instead of doing our normal routine, we are going to zip right down the one line without stopping. The T-69s almost immediately encounter their 2 1390s, and they are just kind of at a standoff up there, and if we keep going, we will get around behind that group. Right through their T1 scout. I believe they know where we're at, but they don't know exactly how many or anything. We round the corner and start shooting into the 1390s, and they, of course, run for cover. Now discover where the heavies have been hiding. They had been waiting for us to come over that ridge so they could just blow us away. But they come down. It's very nice of the enemy team to come down one at a time at us. That allows 2 or 3 tanks all to shoot at once at them. And after the first was so handily dispatched, here comes number 2. So we once again have a situation of 2 or 3 on 1. Meanwhile, Shock behind me is dealing with the other heavy. After challenging Visitor and I dispatch that other tank. I turn around so I can help Shock deal with his tank. So I finish off this tank and then get shot in the back, and I turn around and realize that Shock, for some reason, he got confused and thought I was the other team and shot me. Finishing up there was easy. Very good job, team.